I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard.
Fuck you, Dead Decks.
And you too. I think we wasn't talking about you as well.
That's right. You're all included.
Be hiding back there.
Yeah, we're all inclusive. Fuck yous.
Equal opportunity fuck yous.
That's right.
Dead Decks. Yeah, buddy. All right, buddy. Yeah.
I think I do 2 minutes of anything.
Can you?
No. And we're saying fuck you to the YouTube algorithm as well.
Yeah. It's
Eat
already
shit.
said fuck you to us. So.
Yep. So we're giving back. What are we doing today?
We are talking about recent affordable dead CCG sales. Whew. That was tough.
Yeah, I didn't really prep him on that. I think you probably should reverse that. Ask me what we were doing because I kind of want to put this together. But that's we go ahead.
We have a thing here.
Yeah.
We're fucking it up.
Yeah, it worked out. This is for February, so we're filming this March 13th, 2022. But this is for February sales of 2022 on eBay. So, affordable dead card games. I have 2 sections, lots and sealed. So, if you want to get your hands on some of these, and it's not everything for fuck's sake. I mean, there's a ton of shit out there. I suppose some stuff that I thought was interesting or sold for good prices or people might want to go pick up, and you can do it for generally less than a couple $100 for all this stuff. Some cheaper, none more than $200. That was my threshold. So anyway, is that enough talking about shit before we get started? Are we gonna? What are we drinking? Are we still drinking Michter's?
We're still drinking Michter's. Michter's, Schmichters.
Yeah. If this goes up for something else does, and it will, then it won't make any sense. We'll go ahead and show a bottle.
Yeah, I'll just keep showing it.
Yeah, there you go, Gord.
There's our sphincters.
Yeah, sometimes we talk about stuff that we've done in the past that this will go up before those do, so it doesn't chronologically make sense when we talk about it. So.
All that time travel we do makes things confusing.
Anyway. All right, so let's get started because we talked enough about dumb shit.
All right.
Let's see what we got here. We got starting off with Redemption. That's something we touched a little bit on. More just opening. I think we've had much more than just opening on that.
Just an opening.
We haven't even had a casual talk on that.
No.
Anyway, it's a Bible thumping card game for the anti-magic people, but still wanted to make money. And this guy, we don't know it's a single guy. We never dove stupid deep into it, but we jokingly say it's just a guy in his basement printing these cards because he's still printing them. And he started at 95, so
yeah.
Anyway, it's a 1,600 count lot that they took a best offer for $30 for. So
$30.
$30 for 1,600 cards, and that'd be enough to get you started on something like that. Up next, we've got a lot of 800 Wheel of Time cards.
Shit, we should have bought that.
Stickers. Oh, okay, never mind. And there's stickers involved too. And you can see better than I can probably. So yeah, 800 cards. I'm sorry, yeah, 800 cards for $150 on auction. It's a pretty good deal.
Why didn't we buy that?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, damn it.
Yeah, it'd been a perfect lot for us to get. What we do. A lot of this more expensive stuff, we're going to end up probably buying bulk because sealed boxes, this kind of stuff, you're talking $400, $500, $600, if not more. So, yeah, good deal. So, I mean, that's the thing. On some of these rare games, there are deals out there. You just have to be paying attention, looking, and probably get a little lucky, especially on auctions, because all them damn snipers. Moving on, we got Game of Thrones. It's one of those that started out as a CCG, transitioned to a living card game. What do you call it?
Yep.
What's the generic term?
Generic term is expandable.
Expandable card game.
But yeah, I think this was actually a living. It was Fantasy Flight.
Yeah, and look, I'm assuming it just says CCG. We don't know if it's the actual CCG or when it became expandable. Either way, 500 plus for $46 seems pretty cheap.
Another real good lot. I'm just gonna be pissed looking at this whole list.
Yeah,
we missed some of these.
Yeah, Richard's gonna be mad about a lot of these, I think. Here's a big. This is hundreds of cards of Warlord Saga of the Storm, including some foils. I don't know how many foils, I know the foils are relatively expensive on that game.
Yeah, I have been watching this game for a while, but never dipped my toe in yet.
We've got a couple starter decks I picked up at a yard sale. That's all we have of it right now. It's another one of those AEG properties that I think they were really proud of this game too. And I think I think it did really well.
Yeah, very well reviewed, well liked.
Anyway, $127 for a big old handful of them. Probably more, depending on how big your hands are, I guess. Next, Illuminati. It's another one of those. Now, these are, does it say? It doesn't say if this is the unlimited or limited version. But it says you get all three uncommon and rares, 300 plus for $170. That's pretty cheap for Illuminati.
Yeah, I ain't too mad about that one though.
No, I'm just showing that some of these more expensive games that you can still find a deal on them here and there.
Yeah.
And this is one of those games. If you're going to buy sealed, you're going to pay a pretty good penny for it.
Oh.
Probably 1,000 plus for most of it, especially limited. Unlimited maybe a little cheaper. Here's another one that I thought was a pretty good deal because Legends of the Burning Sands was, excuse me, there's another AEG game that came after Legends of the. I'm sorry. Well, came after Legends of the Five Rings and 7th To me, kind of just combines those two.
Yeah.
And put it in a desert.
Legend of the Burning Ring Sea.
A couple hundred cards for $80. This it may sound kind of expensive, but this is one of those games that's a little harder to find. I did hear it was Rand's channel, CCG History, which we reference here a lot nowadays. He had a guy on that's recreating this game, re-releasing it in a digital form as well as a PDF thing that you can print out and put in sleeves and shit. Kind of updating rules and stuff, and blah, whatever. I don't really want to do that shit. I want real stuff. I don't want cut out, print out. Bleh.
No, arts and crafts.
Next, you can
Damn.
definitely buy Wars cheap. I mean, Wars is not going to be anything that's going to be super expensive anytime soon. Just because there's a large quantity. It was recently dumped at Ollie's. You've seen in our videos, you know that. But if you don't want to buy, a bunch of boxes, you can buy you a whole fucking lot here. You can get 1,600 cards plus with foils and what looks like 4 sealed starter decks. For, $31 plus your shipping. Depends, I guess, where you are. I don't know if it's, $45, $50 all in.
Yeah, I might have bought that.
It's a lot of fucking cards. I mean,
Yeah.
Bath's hard. I can't do a booster box count right now, but probably 3 or 4 booster boxes.
Yeah, probably 300 and something in your average booster box. I don't remember War specifically, but
Yeah,
that's a lot of cards.
Yeah, pretty good deal. So that we got one more lot. This is we talked about on our other video the expensive, interesting stuff. A lot of the WoW scratch off loot cards tend to go for, especially the rare ones, thousands of dollars. Well, hell, you can get 1,300 just the trading cards or the game cards, including 100 rares and 10 purples, which I think are epics. $50.
Sweet.
65 you want to throw in shipping. So, not all the cards are thousands of dollars. You can actually get some and play with them.
Yeah.
Vampire: The Eternal Struggle. 900 cards, basically. $50. Well, plus your shipping, so you're 75.
$75, yeah.
I don't know. It isn't. I can't tell if this is what sets these are from, if they're look at the older versions. But what the hell do I know? Either way, it's not too bad. I don't think. I think it's pretty good.
Definitely for that game, not a bad entry point at all.
Yeah. Moving on. Harry Potter. Harry Potter boxes. A lot of them are expensive. There's a few of them that are relatively cheap, but you can get bulk. Pretty good price. 1,100 cards for $72. And your Harry Potter stuff's going to get bid on. It's not going to be one bid or no bids, or you're not going to probably get it for $10. But that's a good amount of cards to get going with.
What was the shipping? 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad at all.
No, I'm not gonna say shipping on most of this because it might vary where you're at. So now we're gonna get into some of the sealed stuff. This is just I think there's 10 of these too. So I just put a short list of 10 and 10 things you could get for relatively cheap if you're looking. So this is the premier unlimited booster box of Star Trek. You can probably even find a little better prices than this even, but 35. $40, 45 if you want to include shipping and all that. That's not a terrible deal for this. Now the limited version is probably a little more expensive, but if you're just looking to get your hands on stuff, not a bad price. Guardians. It's one we've talked about a little bit, and you'll see it come up more often in our videos because we really like the property. Guardians is not cheap by many people's standards. I mean, this is a revised, and there's a limited and a revised. Limited's going to be more expensive, obviously, and you can probably get it a little cheaper than this. Depends on keep an eye out for stuff, but around about $100 what you're going to pay as your entry point. Now some of the more rare expansions go significantly higher, 300 plus a box.
Yep, for sure.
But it's one of those games that you can find a lot of bulk out there too for decent prices. So if you just want to get your hands on some, or even if you want to open a box, well, you can just go get you a revised box for $100 and don't go to the movies one weekend.
There you go.
Wyvern, we haven't got into a lot of this yet. There's two versions of this limited. There's a limited edition, which is what you see here for $80, and then on the starter decks they had a limited Premier Edition. Those are the ones that have the potential to get the Fallen Empire front cards, Wyvern backs. Those tend to go off a little higher. They're I think $300 to $400 a box for those starters, just because those Fallen Empire cards are surprisingly worth a good amount of money. Yeah. All it took was putting the wrong back on them. Huh?
Yeah, no shit. Screw them up, and they're worth more.
Yeah, but still, Wyvern's another one of those games that if you like hearing about shit that happened in the '90s, CCG history has Mike Fitzgerald, who created this game. He's got an interview with him, and it's really interesting. So go check it out. I put Urgent Saga on here. It's by far the newest game that I put on the list, and it's a recently dead game. It came out 2018, 2019, I think.
That sounds right.
The pandemic kind of killed that shit. And they had 3 or 4 sets. I can't remember exactly now, but you can get a lot of them in this price range. And if you're a long-term investor, if you want something to pick up and just sit on for a while, this might be one of those games. We have one box sitting behind us, and we probably end up cracking it at some point. But I want to touch these cards. I want to touch them.
Make crack a box.
And smell them. Next, Shadow Fist. So, some Shadow Fist is really cheap. It's one of these games that had copious amounts of sets and ended up going to an expandable card game at some point, and I think it was revived and then turned into that. They had a lot of sets on the CCG side before they went under. And this is probably one of the more expensive ones you'll find. I thought the name was pretty cool, Red Wedding.
Yeah, presumably, predated Game of Thrones by quite a bit.
I don't know if it did
not.
the book or not.
Oh,
because that's book
maybe
3.
Not.
So
I wonder if it's an intentional use of that phrase.
Yeah, I wonder. But anyway, I thought the name was really interesting, so that's why I threw it on here. And it fit the threshold, $200. Put this on here for a couple of reasons. It's Middle Earth, and this is limited edition, so it's a little harder to find. They have an unlimited version as well. This is the Dragons expansion. So that's a pretty good price for that, I believe. I think those probably go for a little higher than that generally. The other thing I want to mention about this: if you're an eBay seller, do better on your pictures. That's awful. That's absolutely terrible. Why are you showing me the side of the box at an angle?
Hold it up sideways in the picture.
Yeah. Good price, shitty picture. Here's a really good deal here. It's an entire Ophidian 2350 booster box case. So $70, you get 6 boxes of Ophidian. Yeah. That's shipped. Well, I guess it'd be $80, but whatever,
I've been watching these, trying to make myself not buy one.
An entire case. Thanks, Fleer. Thanks for going to the printers and just forgetting that you left it on. At least the game was good.
Yeah.
And there's another Warlord. We showed in earlier that you could get bulk relatively cheap. Well, here's a box if you want to get a whole box of it. This is the Sneak Attack expansion. I don't know how many they made.
No, quite a few. Yeah. I don't know the number.
I don't either. It seems like a good price for the age and how well it was liked. And, I didn't necessarily do a lot of research to make sure that these were cheap by comparison or anything.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a good deal. So if it's not, well, then don't fucking buy it. There's another wars. If you didn't want bulk, but you wanted a lot of boxes and a lot of shit to have in your hands, well, there you go. Get 6 boxes for $120 shipped to your door. You could have until it's all gone. It's sold out now.
They're gone now.
Yep. But yeah, they probably would have gave you a little more. Of course, it's 4 times the price as the other one. But Cracker Packs is fun, man.
Yeah, it sure is.
And here's a good one. You're not going to see pop up a lot as Xenophile by Phil Foglio. We talked about him a couple of times on the channel, and we mentioned Xenophile a time or two. The starter decks are the more expensive ones. Those are a little harder to come by, and they're more expensive if you do find it in sealed form. This booster, I think Richard actually sent me to this and asked if I was going to buy it or not. Ended up selling it as a best offer for $175, so that's really not bad. That's pretty cheap for this game.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't heavily printed to begin with, and it's adult themed. So if you you like kind of the cartoon sex stuff, then it's right up your alley. And not in a gross way. It's a it's a jokey kind of Leisure
Yeah.
Shoot Larry kind of feel to it. If you're old
Yeah.
enough to remember what that shit was. Anyway, that's what we're going to end on. So we'll get back in camera view so you can see our beautiful faces.
Oh yeah, pretty.
Pretty ugly, but that's fine. I keep slinking down this chair because we got a new chair here that keeps dropping me down. Sorry about that.
You right there.
Well, no, but we'll save that for another video.
All right. Well, shit. There you go. There's a bunch of stuff you could have bought.
Yep, could have bought it.
You
but
missed
you didn't.
it. What the hell were you doing? Excuse me. How we do?
Good enough.
Yeah, buddy, we did.